In a small fishing village by the sea, there lived a young man named Kola. He was known to everyone in the village for his quick wit and his charming smile. But Kola had a secret. He was a fish thief. Every night, under the cover of darkness, Kola would sneak down to the village's docks, where the fishermen kept their catch, and he would steal fish to sell in the markets. Cola's life was comfortable in many ways. He lived in a modest hut with a thatched roof, but his pockets were always full of coins because of the fish he stole. He would buy fine clothes, delicious food, and spend his evenings with friends, laughing and enjoying the pleasures of life. However, as the days passed, Kola began to notice that despite his wealth, something was missing. Nothing in his life felt genuine anymore. Deep down, he began to feel the weight of his actions. The villagers, of course, had no idea that Kola was the thief. They trusted him, and he played the role of the helpful neighbor. Whenever a fisherman caught more than he could carry, Kola would offer to help. But his kindness had a hidden agenda to earn trust so that he could continue his thefts. One morning, after a particularly stormy night, the fishermen gathered to inspect their catches. As they arrived at the docks, they noticed that many of their fish had gone missing. The fishermen were angry and confused. The thefts had been happening for weeks, but no one had been able to catch the thief in the act. The village elder, a wise and respected man named Baba Olamide, called a meeting with all the villagers. The air was thick with suspicion, and everyone had their theories. Some believed it was a wild animal, while others suspected an outsider. But Baba Olamide, who had lived through many storms and seen many changes in the village, was not so easily fooled. "Let us ask the sea," Baba Olamide said with a knowing smile. The villagers looked at him, puzzled. "Ask the sea?" One man questioned. "Yes, the sea knows all things. It has watched over us for many years," Baba Olamide replied. "I will visit the old fisherman's hut by the shore. He knows the sea better than anyone." The villagers were still unsure, but they trusted Baba Olamide. He was their elder, and his wisdom had guided them through many challenges. That night, Baba Olamide went to the shore to the old fisherman's hut, where the man had lived for many years. The fisherman had retired from fishing years ago, but still had a deep connection to the ocean. Baba Olamide spoke to the fisherman and told him about the thefts. The fisherman agreed to help, for he knew the sea had its own way of revealing secrets. The next morning, Baba Olamide and the fisherman went to the docks before dawn. They sat quietly, waiting. The fisherman muttered words in an ancient language that seemed to blend with the sounds of the waves. Soon, the sea seemed to calm, and then, to the astonishment of everyone watching, a school of fish appeared, swimming in patterns around the docks, as if guiding them toward the shore. It was then that Baba Olamide saw something strange, a figure lurking in the shadows by the docks, sneaking a sack of fish away from the boats. The figure was none other than Kola. Baba Olamide calmly stood up, and with the fisherman by his side, he walked over to Kola. "Why do you steal, young man?" Baba Olamide asked, his voice calm but firm. Kola froze, his heart racing. He looked around nervously, but it was too late. The villagers had gathered, and they all knew the truth now. Kola, ashamed, tried to explain himself. I, I did it because I wanted to be rich," Kola admitted, his voice shaky. "I wanted to live without struggling, without having to work hard like the others. But now I realize I've lost something far more valuable: my honor, my friends, my peace of mind." The villagers were silent, and for a long moment no one spoke. Finally, Baba Olamide spoke again. "Stealing brings only temporary gain, Kola, but it also brings loss. Loss of trust, loss of community, and loss of self-respect. You have taken from others, but you must also give back." Kola's face fell with regret. He knew that the road ahead would not be easy. but he also knew that he had the opportunity to make things right. With the villagers' forgiveness, he vowed to return every fish he had stolen and work hard to earn back their trust. From that day forward, Kola worked alongside the fishermen, learning the true value of hard work. Slowly, over time, he regained the respect of the villagers. Though it was not easy to rebuild what he had lost, Kola realized that wealth and comfort were nothing compared to the peace of living honestly and with integrity. And so, the boy who had been known as the fish thief became a man known for his hard work and redemption. The villagers never forgot the lesson that sometimes the greatest treasure is the one we cannot see, but must earn through our actions.